We're back live once again, guys. Another episode of the weekly win streak. TP3 Bets. What up, bro? Back in the lab once again, guys, for another week, and hopefully we can get things back on track. I think we will, though, bro. You know, Monday streams are always the best because, you know, it's either like, fuck, man, we had a terrible week or we had a great week, and there's really nothing in between. So feels good, man, to be back on here for another stream. I will say I'll be a bit inundated this week, so later on in the week we won't be able to do as many streams, but early in the week, baby, we got to get the people right here. Bro, how was your weekend, man?
It was there. It was there. We crushed it in golf. That's what I will say. Thursday through Sunday, I think I found something here. So,
okay.
4 straight winning days. We have actually had 5 straight winning days going back to last week in golf on the fairways. But outside of golf was a sheer disaster. What about you?
You know, honestly, bro, I played really low volume. I mean, Friday I had 1 play, I lost. Saturday I had 3 plays, went 1 and 2. And then, you know, you want something even funnier? Usually I watch almost every single game. I was busy handling some business, and I did not watch any of the Texas game, and thank God I didn't. I just got the notification they covered by 1 point. I was like, the last time I checked the score, they're up by like 11 points. I was like, cool, we got it done. And then the next day I was like, looking back, I was like, I want to see how tight this was. I was like, holy shit. I literally saw the graph. It was like Kentucky was supposed to cover the whole game, and then it's like down to Texas at the very So I'm glad I didn't watch that one, bro. I probably lost my mind. But yeah, I was watching All-Star Saturday night, so, you know, I didn't actually watch that game. But yeah, man,
that was not what you were doing.
Yeah, actually, you're right. That was definitely not what I was doing. I was having an All-Star Saturday night. That's what I was doing. But anyway, yeah, so we're back in here, guys. You know, we're ready to break everything down for y'all. And yesterday I did go 2-1. I got Creighton by the hook, and then I swear to God, bro, Louisville actually had the under on their team total. With 4 minutes left, we need 10 points, and they only got 8. Like, Louisville had 2 stretches in that game. The first 4 minutes in like the 6-minute mark to the 2-minute mark of the first half, I swear Louisville was literally just playing with themselves. And then the rest of the game, they were scoring at will. And then the final 4 minutes of the game. So, like, they had 3 4-minute stretches that did us in, and we lost by 1.5 points. So, you know, I won't cry that much because I did get a garbage time layup by Creighton. But at the same time, though, bro, Creighton covered the entire game till 2 minutes to go. It was the first time they trailed by more than 7. It was so funny, too. The announcers are like, this is the first time Creighton has trailed more than 7 points all day today. Like, we know the announcers know what the spread is. We knew what they were doing there. This was St. John's largest lead. I was like, they know what they're doing here. So, hey, we got it done, man. What about you?
No, man, I'm telling you, St. John's is legit. St. John's is absolutely legit. I gotta say, I'm excited for today. I'm excited for the games coming up. We have a decent college hoop slate.
No, definitely. You know, I only made 1 play today. I mean, I will say this Arizona game will be fun tonight, and I agree with what you were telling me in the green room about the game. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a solid night of games. We can go ahead and get into everything. I guess we'll break down the big 3 games here and then get off here since, I mean, there's not much else to talk about today. Maybe tomorrow, you know, there's a lot of college games tomorrow, so we'll talk about all that and whatnot. But I mean, we don't come on here to be a talk show. This is strictly a gambling show. So we know y'all want to hear game breakdowns. We know y'all don't give a shit about who we think the best quarterback is and all that stuff. But let's start out here, Brobo, with the Duke-Virginia game. I'm going to give a free play in this game. I know you are as well. You want to take it away first?
Sure. Yeah. I'll take it away here. Dude, I tried to take Duke in every way possible. I just couldn't do it. Guys. I'm going to take Virginia plus 14.5. Down to minus 13.5 is fine. Or plus 13.5 rather is fine. There's just too many angles here that I like a lot. One, first and foremost, I think Virginia can score enough to stay with Duke. Secondly, Virginia is 7-2 in their last 9 against the spread in the ACC. Duke is 1-5 against the spread when the total is under 140. So for whatever reason, when it's low projected totals, Duke does not have success. I'm here to tell you there's a huge look-ahead spot where Duke is going to travel on a neutral site to play Illinois. I think they're looking ahead. I think they're looking ahead to that huge.
Why are they playing Illinois on neutral site? Is it like ACC Big Ten Challenge, or is it just like a
I think
random?
that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I can look it up really quick, but I don't know off the top of my head why.
You don't know it off the dome, bro? Come on.
Nah, man, that's not like the What Up, Bro freestyles.
You're good. You're good, bro. We don't. We won't question it. But no, I did see that actually. Fox was advertising it all day yesterday. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I know your lock is in this game as well, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. So
yeah. What do you got?
I mean, Virginia's 15-10 to the over this season. Like Tony Bennett's not the coach here anymore, guys. This is an over basketball team now, and everybody thinks they're just an under team because of the Tony Bennett days. You look at Duke, their last 4-5 games against ACC bottom feeders, they put up 80 plus. I mean, talked about it earlier. We've talked about it a million times on here. The ACC is not what they used to be, man. The ACC as a conference in general are way down, and they're just not as good of a conference as they used to be. And I think this is a spot where that Duke should score easily 80 to 90 points like they did against Stanford, where they scored 100. Like, I think Duke should easily score at will here. They have the 4th best offense in all of college basketball. Virginia doesn't play teams like this 99 out. I believe Virginia is like 136th in defensive efficiency. So, like, they're not actually a good defense either. And if you look as well, guys, Virginia in conference play is 10-4 to the over by 7 points per game. So Virginia's been going way over the total in these games. This is about their average total is in this range. And I think everybody's just firing on the under because it's Virginia basketball, but that's not how it works anymore, guys. We're taking the over here, and I like this play quite a good bit. I think Duke will score a will here.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Duke can get some buckets today. I really see a score similar to the Clemson game. Similar to the Clemson game where you see like 77, 68, 77, 70, 78, 70, something like that. I definitely see 70s in this game. I definitely see it going over 130. Like, I mean, that's 70 to 60. We need 70, 63. We're good. We're Gucci. I really like that play. And I think the under is like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but it's just kind of like the square play. It's just like I didn't dig into it enough, and I see the under. That's just my opinion, though. We move on to the next game of importance, which would be Kansas State versus Utah. T, I know you said you don't have an official play in this game, but if you had any insight, if you had any opinion or anything for the folks that you'd like to give out, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, Kansas State, I said earlier, they're like, 9-3 against the spread in conference play. I mean, Kansas State's been a cover wagon. Kansas State's won, 10 out of their last 11 games? Like, they're surging right now. They've been beating everybody in the conference. I mean, they went on the road to Iowa State and had a huge upset win. Like, Utah last year was really good at home. They've had some bad showings where they lost like by 30 on their home court, but it looks like they're playing better again at home here. But I can't jump in front of the hot hand here with Kansas State. Kansas State's been just way too hot right now. I've talked about it on our other stream. Like, when you look at teams that in college sports, especially, like, teams will get hot and they'll just keep racking up wins in a row. Like, if you look back at college football at the end of the season, typically the best team against the spread is like an Iowa State or like TCU that one year. It's like the teams, who come out of nowhere and have a good season. Like, those teams will consistently be undervalued and beat the spread week in and week out, rather than, look in pro sports. The Raptors are the 5th best team against the spread in the NBA, and they had won 2 games straight up on the road all season long. 3, I guess, now, because they beat my Hawks twice. But yeah, like, if this is a pro sports game, I would be hand over fist jumping in on Utah here. In a college game, I would still probably lean Utah here, but I can't get in front of the hot hand here with Kansas State.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would probably agree with you. I'm going to leave. If you are in our Instagram stream, you got this play. I'm going to kind of do like a little exclusive swap here. So if you're on my VIP or you're in the Instagram, you got the Kansas State play. I definitely, Kansas State is hot right now, but that line definitely says Utah. I don't know. Very tough, very tricky. I think you might be onto something though, brother, for sure. And then we go to the Arizona game. The Arizona game late night. And guys, we are on a bit of a constricted schedule. We got a business call at 5:25 p.m. Eastern, so we got to make sure we're jumping off here. Apologize for the condensed special today. Tomorrow we're going to be full length, full strength. That's what I also said to her when it didn't go as well. But That's okay. That's what she said. That's all right. All right. So, yeah. Dude, I'm just rolling. Let's go. All right. So, what do you do? You have any leans in the Arizona game?
Yeah, so after thinking about this game a lot today and looking at some stats, some numbers, I mean, I don't see how you don't take Arizona in this game. I'm not going to, though. Just something's keeping me off it here. I feel like I'm missing something. When I look at this matchup, I think Arizona is a top 10 team in all of college basketball. I think Baylor is very average. Baylor has a good offense. They're about even with Arizona in offense, but Arizona's defense is a lot better than theirs. If you look at Arizona, I think they were like 8-5 entering conference play, and they've been cleaning up in conference play. Now they take back-to-back losses. They're going to push some urgency here to win this game. They have the better team, in my opinion. Baylor does have some good, but I think Baylor's actually missing one of their, like, what is it, like a big man or something? They're missing somebody who plays a lot of minutes for them.
I thought it was one of their guards. It's not Rose.
Yeah, you're right, because Norchad Omer is like their only big man. Yeah, they're missing one of their guards. So, like, let's see if like Edgecombe or one of those other guys can step up here and kind of play to what they're supposed to be. I do lean the over in this game. I think it's two pretty good offenses. I mean, it's two top 15 offenses facing off here. So I do lean the over for sure, Garrett. But yeah, when I look at this matchup here, I just feel like this is the type of game where that you look at the number. I mean, this number obviously says take Baylor. There's a reason why that they're unranked here and they're favored. But at the same time, you got to know ball, man. And I feel like if you know ball, you take Arizona here. So I would look towards the Wildcats to pull up the upset on the road here, even though they're the better team. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. And once I saw DraftKings offering parlays, but only after 9 o'clock, it's like, oh, so some shit's going to happen crazy late night? Okay. I think we see dogs make plays today. Truly make plays today.
They cleaned up yesterday, the underdogs.
Yeah. And I think we see the same thing. I mean, listen, these conference games, especially with the transfer portal now and NIL, we don't even know the level of parity that we're actually dealing with. When we get to conference play, like, dude, these teams are more even than we think. And I think the underdogs have more and more value as we see a semi-leveled playing field, where at least everybody can offer money instead of just a few schools. But we go. I really like Arizona here. And for a couple of reasons, guys. We saw a tale of two halves against Houston. Arizona shot red hot in the first half. They were really moving the ball. They were playing a really good brand of defense as well. And what I saw is a team that didn't give up on their defense when their offense started to struggle. Baylor's 4-9 against the spread in their last 11. Arizona's 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. So, I mean, I really, really, really like Arizona here in a bounce back spot after 2 losses.
Yeah. So here's the two things keeping me off this game. The first one keeping me off this game is the fact that that Arizona, not Arizona. Two things keep me off this game. First one here is I just can't get out of my head that insane comeback Baylor had against Kansas, where Kansas couldn't do a damn thing in the second half, and that was at home. But I mean, I will say, I feel like this number is just a little weird to me. I mean, it is showing respect. Like, is it still just holding strong at 1.5 right now? Let's see. Yeah, so it's 1.5, hasn't moved all day. Like there's games this game's probably got one of the biggest handles any college basketball game is all season long, just because of the time slot it's in. Yeah, and it's holding strong. Like there's no movement on this line whatsoever. And one thing I can't get out of my head is back at the beginning of the season, we were on here and I was like, look, I haven't watched much college basketball. But my first play of it's like my third play of the whole season. I was like, I'm jumping in here and I'm taking Arizona because they were minus 2.5 or something like that, or 3.5 at West Virginia, who was had 2 losses and was ranked. I was like, why is a team that has 5 losses in a point in the season where these teams have played 15 games, why are they favored over a team who's ranked at their home place when they're supposed to have the best home court advantage in all of college basketball? According to KenPom, West Virginia is the number 1 home court in all of college basketball. It's this line makes 0 sense here. Arizona is the play, and Arizona beat the piss out of them. Like Vegas showed back then that they knew Arizona was a good team and they had a lot of faith in them. So I think that this line holding strong at 1.5 is like a trap on Baylor. I think Baylor's a trap. I think everyone thinks that it's the other way, but it's the other way around here.
So you're leaning Baylor, or are you leaning Arizona?
No, I'm leaning Arizona with you. I just can't get Baylor beating crap out of Kansas like that at home out of my head.
I got you. That statement fucking threw me off there. But yeah, I agree with you. And I think my favorite statement that you said was, if you know ball, you're on Arizona. I think it's just the facts, man. Like, you can look at stats and you can look at numbers all day, but I've watched this Baylor team come out there and fall on their faces multiple times in big games. And yeah, they had that great lucky comeback against whoever the fuck that was, Kansas. But that was just as much a credit or a shame on Kansas than it was a credit to Baylor.
Yeah, you're right. That definitely was. I mean, Kansas was down by what, 20-something points at one point?
Or yeah, Kansas, they were down 20. Yeah, 20. Kansas was leading by 26 points.
That's insane, bro. I couldn't even believe it. So when y'all were talking in the group chat, y'all were like, wow, Baylor, what a win. I was like, what? I was like, there's no way. I was like, they must have live bet them plus 22 or something. And I looked and I was like, there's no way that just happened. So, yeah. So, I don't know, man. I think Arizona's the play here. It feels like more of just like I'm betting this game just because it's the best game of the day and I want to watch it, which I'm not going to do. So, I'm just going to stick with the one play that actually checks out really well to me and call it a day there. So, Robo, we need to get ready for this meeting. Any other words for the people today?
No, love you guys. Guilty as charged. Bet it because I wanted to watch it, and I can't watch without betting.
Hey, that's fair. No shame in that.
Sorry for cutting you off, but Anthony Edwards, if you're watching this, you're forgiven. I went off on you on a TikTok earlier today, but DraftKings made it right and got me a bonus bet, and I don't care.
Wait, so they took your money and then they gave you a bonus bet in return because they realized that you had no action because you didn't play?
I literally lost the bet. No action. It said all bets action. I lost the bet.
Oh, it said all bets action.
Yeah. But so many people were bitching because we had no injury updates at all about LeBron and Anthony Edwards that DraftKings was like, all right, you lost the bet. We're going to issue you a bonus bet.
Yeah, so LeBron was actually announced out like right before it started. And so I did actually sprinkle a little bit of money on Curry to win MVP because I was like, damn, this is actually good value now. But the Anthony Edwards one, he literally just didn't play in the game. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's out with his hip injury. Like they said it because he didn't play.
Yeah. Wait, so you won Steph Curry MVP?
I did. I didn't even realize it actually until later on this morning. I actually fell asleep before the All-Star game ended, no lie. So
yeah, that shit was garbage. But congratulations, dude. That's an awesome hit. You should be bragging about that more.
Thanks, bro. I mean, I didn't send it out to people, so it is what it is. I also did sprinkle a little bit on Jokic to win MVP and SGA, so I basically just evened out because Curry was not great odds. But yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's stream. We appreciate all y'all for stopping by and joining us. As I always say, let's get some fucking money tonight. We'll be back on here tomorrow. And bro, anything else from you, man?
No. Yo quiero dinero.
What does that mean?
Money.
He wants money.